entire family, but you're not just making shakes. And I have to tell you, I said to Rosalie, you are so the perfect fit to do Boku because you're all about health and you're all about wellness. And it's so exciting to work with you this morning.
It's so great to be here. And you're right, Lynn. You know, as a fitness professional, it's not just about the exercise. It's definitely about the diet, even more about the diet. And for many years, I've helped many thousands of clients get the results that they desired. But as we get older, we get smarter, and we realize that nutrition plays an even greater role. Personally, I'm going to share right away. I wasn't always a fan of shakes. I preferred to get all my stuff in real food. I want to get my protein in my real food. I want to get my fiber. Well, guess what? Boku
does it all.
It's real food. This is real food. It's not a supplement. This is finely ground real food. And again, if you when you take a look at this ingredient list, which is unbelievable, it would cost you hundreds of dollars. And how much wastage would happen when you know, I know it drives me crazy when oops, I bought those blueberries that were way in the back. There's no waste.
Well, this is actually what we like to call concentrated nutrition. Let me introduce you again on what you're receiving, because, you know, you're right about the shakes. I'm not a shake person either, and I've been using Boku in a lot of the ways that you're showcasing here. So what we have right now is your superfood, and that superfood, we talked about concentrated nutrition. You're then gonna have your chocolate in your protein. That item number for the chocolate is 349106. In your vanilla, this is on auto delivery, you also receive that superfood and the super protein. That's item 349103. We have it available on a one-time only. We'll get to that in a moment. But what I'd like to do, if we could have our camera pan through, and because you're saying at home, well, I don't like the shakes.
Right.
What am I going to put this in? I'm going to buy it. I'm never going to use it. You will incorporate this every single day.
Right.
Do you want to take us through some of the goodies?
I really, really do. So with this package, you're getting the superfood, and that's where Boku started, was with this superfood. Matter of fact, Boku developed by a young mom that was struggling with her child. He was ADD. They wanted to put him on drugs, and she's like, there's got to be a better way. And she came from the farming life. So they started, you know, getting real food, making it into a powder, and they were getting great results. And so she's like, I have to share this with the world. So with your superfood, it's, again, as you said, concentrated nutrition. This is how I've incorporated superfood, because it is a green powder. And I don't like to have, say, green waffles, but I do like to have salad dressing. So you just incorporate it in your salad dressing, and every day in your salad dressing, you're getting increased protein. You're getting all those incredible ingredients, like maca, like mushroom, like sprouts, coconut. So easy to mix into your salad dressing. Pesto, are you a fan of pesto, or are you more of a fan of tomato sauce? Again, you can just put that in, and you are increasing the nutrient density of that food. This,
oh my gosh.
This is my sandwich. This is my bread. This is what I do for bread. So many of us are looking to add more protein. Again, this kit also includes the protein powder. So I make a waffle with this, and all it is 2 eggs, a scoop of vanilla protein powder. Yeah, and again, I put my meat inside there. That sandwich ends up being over 50 grams of protein. And why we want protein in our body is because protein is the building block. Yeah. Feel free to record this show or screenshot it, because I'm going to be sharing all my recipes. If you miss anything, please reach out. But 2 eggs, and cheese, and then your Boku, and you have got easy, yummy, warm bread ready to go. Now,
and then you said you added chicken in this.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, then you can add
whatever
your
you're
tomatoes.
going to add to your sandwich.
You're making your sandwich right there.
Right. And now the chocolate, I love the chocolate in my muffins. I also make chocolate in my waffles as well. And I also add in, what you're going to see a bit later, the fiber. So getting enough fiber is extremely important in our diet. With the protein powders, I also make breads with it, as you can see. Like, look at this nice It's so super satiating. There's no flour in that bread. Super simple recipe.
So stop right there, because no flour. How many of you have gluten sensitivities, right? So let's talk about ingredients. Vegan, if you're vegetarian, if you're vegan. There's absolutely no chemicals, no nasties, no like that kind of, all the stuff. If you're not feeling well, it's really what you're buying off of the shelves, right?
Definitely.
So it gives you that full-on pure nutrition. Great for your bones, great if you have arthritis, you know, any type of things like that.
Right, and again, it's all of Boku's products also contain prebiotics, so very, very good for our gut health. But as we age, getting in enough protein is so important. Now, what I love about Boku is that it is dairy-free. When I was a young girl, my dad said he was going to buy me a cow because I love dairy. Sadly, as I get older, I find dairy isn't loving me back. So that's how I got introduced to Boku. I was looking for a high quality, I know those peanut butter cookies, source of protein because we want to maintain our bones. We want to maintain our muscle mass. You know, we want to maintain what I call our longevity factor. We want to continue to do the things that we do that we love in life. So Lynn's just having a taste of the peanut butter cookie.
How many ingredients are in this?
I think 3 or 4. There is peanut butter, the superfood fiber, the superfood protein.
And 1 egg.
And 1 egg. Simple. Now, no sugar added.
If you're looking for recipes because you're thinking to yourself, okay, well, that's great. Lynn is creative. Rosalie is creative. I would not know what to do. On the Boku website,
yes,
there are a ton of recipes. On Rosalie's Instagram, her Facebook, your own website, tons of recipes. And these recipes, maybe 3, 4 ingredients at the most that you already would have in your home.
Right. But where I suggest you start is just by adding a scoop of Boku, whether it's the superfood, whether it's the protein, whether it's both, to what you're making already. How do you start your day? Do you start your day with an oatmeal? I've got my oatmeal here. All I've done is I've added some superfood and I've added some protein powder, and I've now bumped up the protein in my breakfast. Or are you someone that loves your yogurt? You add your berries, right? You add your scoop of protein powder, whether you want it chocolate, whether you want it vanilla. I am gonna stress right now though, these are not super sweetened products, because
which is very good.
Right. I always buy the highest protein, lowest fat yogurt that's plain. You want to be able to control the amount of sugars. You want to be able to control the ingredients that go into your body. So that's why I personally love Boku. I am addicted to waffle making. I think I have a waffle every day. To me, it's an easy, high protein sandwich to go to. And it doesn't taste overly vanilla. It's not sweet. It tastes amazing. Again, same thing with your bread. Now here, I've done meatballs and my tomato sauce. Again, in my tomato sauce, I've added the superfood to, again, bump up. In this superfood, you're gonna have mushrooms, maca, sprouts. So it works so beautifully with your salad dressing, with your spaghetti dressing, in any of your meat products, again, to bump up that factor.
One of the things that I was reading about earlier on this morning, I'm thinking, how many, amino acids, right?
Right.
We're talking about, we need about 20, there's 20 amino acids, but we're not getting enough amino acids from our food because so much of it is processed. So much of it is, I hate to say it, but it injected.
Right,
there's just so many different things. So this is a great way to up the amino acids that your body actually needs for proper health. And with you, Rosalie, you've been in health and wellness now for well over 30 years. Well over 30 years. So you've seen a lot of things come and go. I've never seen you associated with a company other than fitness. So this is something that had to have been very impressive to you. I know you're like that ingredients buff, just like I am, and you're looking at this going, hold on a second.
Right, and to be able to pick up a package and go, wow, that, first of all, I understand all the ingredients.
That's right.
Like many of you, I am learning as well. In your superfoods, you're getting nettle leaf, cactus, broccoli, spinach, kale, parsley, a mushroom mix, reishi, shiitake, chaga, turkey tail. You're getting super sprouts from pumpkin sprouts, broccoli sprouts, cauliflower sprouts, kale sprouts, cabbage sprouts. You know, your fruit, your blackberry powder, your blueberry powder, your tart cherry, your pomegranate, your acai, strawberry, raspberries. That's all in. And again, it's just finely ground organic.
Organic.
This is food. Again, if we were to buy all those separate ingredients, you know, making sure we're using them on time, there's absolutely no waste here. So you're actually saving more money. Because I know right now we're all being super, super mindful. Now, over in this corner, I do have my protein balls, which I share a lot because sometimes you just need that little something, something in the afternoon. That's made with...
Or in the morning, you know they're they're there to eat, by the way. All freshly made by Rosalie.
Right. And again, with the Boku, what's great is it's chocolate. It's easy to make. A scoop of your chocolate, or again, vanilla if you prefer. Add some cacao powder if you really like that dark chocolate flavor. But it keeps you satiating. If you're frustrated right now because you seem to be never satiated, your body is telling you something. Your body is telling you that you need more protein. And we now know that it's important that we have protein at every single meal. So again, with the chocolate, I love adding it, especially with my grandkids, because I've got 5, number 6 on the way.
Oh, congratulations.
Thanks. You know, you want to be feeding them a little bit of healthier treats, and kids seem to gravitate towards the chocolate. But this is my favorite go-to right now. This is my mini cottage cheese cheesecake. And this is my new breakfast. This is what I'm having for breakfast now. It's cottage cheese, it's yogurt, it's Boku vanilla. I add a little bit of lemon drops, and that's it. 4 or 5 ingredients. Throw a few berries on top. Again, protein with every meal makes a big difference in how we age, how we look, how we feel.
So in order, I mean, when we talk about the amount of protein, most of us are not getting enough protein that we should be eating on a daily basis.
Right.
We were talking about the waffles with the protein versus how many eggs you would have to eat to get that 1 serving of protein. You would have to have 8 or 9 different, 8 or 9 eggs. Okay, no one's gonna eat 8 or 9 eggs. Number 1, I think your cholesterol would go through the roof. But we do need that protein for proper bone health. And if you're going through weight loss, which a lot of people are, I will tell you, you can do your weight loss and still incorporate and have your little peanut butter cookies, have those little nice little sweet chocolate balls, or have the cheesecakes, because you don't have to.
You don't feel guilty?
You don't feel guilty, and at the same time, you're getting the superfood. You're getting the protein. All right, let's have a listen, and we're gonna be right back.
Every once in a while, I do get on a veggie kick, and I go to the store and I buy, you know, fruits and vegetables. And so it comes home with me and goes in the fridge or goes on the counter, and days go by because I don't like vegetables. So I end up not using them. So they end up spoiling, whether they're in the fridge or not, because, you know, I just won't eat them. Those health benefits from those vegetables that I paid for, I didn't get. So with the Boku Superfoods, you know, I may not have it every day, but I paid for it. So when I use it and when I get through that bag, I know that everything I paid for is in my body and I got the benefit from.
So, you know, we are so aware right now of the rising costs of groceries.
Yes.
And sometimes, you know, you go, well, I'm not going to get that, but I'll get that. It has less nutritional value, or you're trying to decrease the amount of things that you're purchasing at home. Protein is one of those sources that you do not want to miss out. Superfoods, very concentrated. Maybe you're taking a whole bunch of supplements. This could replace a lot of that.
Right, and again...
Or incorporate and, you know, add to it.
Right, and I think for me that was the simplest way to introduce Boku into my life, is I was just adding it to what I already make every day. It was so simple. You know, I have a salad almost every single day. It was so simple to add to my salad dressing. A pasta sauce or a pesto sauce on top of my meatballs. I'm madly in love with chickpea pasta right now.
I love it too.
Yeah, having that a lot as well. But what this does, especially the superfoods, that's my oatmeal, which if you add a little bit of water, you will, it's so, so good. Or, you know, if you're eating regular oats, throw in a scoop of your protein powder and bump up that protein, and that's gonna help you feel satiated, stronger, not only physically, but mentally. Now, one thing that I was surprised, and I guess I shouldn't have been surprised, but again, I'm learning about all these ingredients, is that the superfood also has maca, which gives you energy, so a great way to start your day. But it also, what I also found by taking this was it was an appetite suppressant. I found I wasn't always looking for something, you know, what's
something to snack on.
Right, all the time. So that personally took me by surprise. But again, this is so simple to bump up the nutrition, not only for your body, but your brain as well. There is such a direct correlation to your gut and your brain health. And I'm just gonna share, even at CAMH Hospital, by the way, my son works there as a psychiatrist, they are looking at this type of real food ingredients to help people with their mental health. So, you know, even the medical community that sort of stood back for a long time are now embracing. And I realize you have the choice of many, as I did, had the choice of many. Why I stuck with Boku is because there's absolutely no fillers. No fillers at all. This is real food. The company started off and still is in California. And again, started by a mom that was concerned about her son's health. They were so successful in turning around what was happening to her son that they had to share this brand. That son went to school for nutrition and now helps us with these formulations.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, I love those stories where, you know, it comes from the heart, where people are trying to solve a problem. And again, it can just be as easy. Here, I've just got some yogurt. Throw a scoop of your superfood in. Throw a scoop of your protein powder. All of these mix and match so well together.
And you can do the little shakes if you want to. You can make the smoothies if you want to. But I love the fact that, you know, you didn't come here just with the shakes and the
that's the easy way out.
and you know, all of that. But to really show you on a day-to-day basis on how you can incorporate it. You're making a spaghetti sauce, add the superfood. You're making a salad dressing, or, you know, your pesto or your pico de gallo, add the superfoods. If you have elderly parents right now, you know they're not eating enough protein. They're not getting enough amino acids. They're not getting enough maybe concentrated nutrition. This is exceptional for, you know, for your parents, for your grandparents out there.
Yeah, and it contains all the essential amino acids, not one or two. And amino acids are so important for brain health.
Yes.
And I think as we get older, you know, we do realize that how important it is that our brain stays functioning well. You know, we want to continue to do and love. We want to keep our independence. You know, we don't want to have to rely on someone else to do the things. And again, you know, that's a big fear of many of us, you know, with our memory, forgetting things. This helps with the amino acids are so important for your brain. So it's your brain, your body, the way you digest. And by the way, this is all plant protein.
Based, exactly.
Yeah, and recent studies, which I love, because I think a lot of people used to kind of
poo-poo it.
Yes, you know,
no.
And they are saying absolutely not. There's studies that show when they put a whey protein right beside a pea protein, the muscle development is exactly the same. So, you know, don't be afraid by that. Again, why I started looking more for a dairy-free protein powder is because I love dairy, but dairy doesn't love. I don't want to feel bloated. I don't want to feel uncomfortable. And what people have said to me is that they love how easy it blends. You're not having to stick this. It's an easy shake or a stir. You know, when you add it to a food, very easy to do. Again, whether you're making, please, if there's anything you're going to try today, well, if you're a cheesecake fan, if I have to choose my favorite dessert, it's always.
But this is guilt-free, high protein.
It's my breakfast
incredible superfoods. If you have gluten issues, this is a great way to make your own bread. And all of these recipes can be found on Rosalie's Instagram, Facebook, her own website, or on Boku. They are so easy. But here's the thing: health issues are on the rise. You know it. So do I, and so do you. And why? It's because of what we are eating. We don't even know anymore what's in our food. let's be realistic, right? So this is a great way for you to know and actually get that proper nutrition into your system. I want you to have a listen, and we'll be right back.
I made the special trip to thank you today. It's been a moving experience. As one gets older, some things start to creak and slow down, and frankly, I was exhausted all the time. And every morning, I started taking my one little scoop of the Boku Superfood. I actually am bright enough. I'm not going to be exhausted. I can breathe. My body can move. So to say, how are you doing, Phil? I say, great. And I really mean, I haven't had this in 3 or 4 years. So I'm very happy to say I attribute a lot of that to the Boku Superfood and the mushroom.
And we are so excited to have Boku right here at TSC. 349106, once again, is that limited time offer for you on auto delivery at $99.99. Take advantage of the easy pays, $24.99 over 4 easy pays. Lock it into auto delivery. You can cancel at any time. 349106 is your chocolate version as well, and that vanilla is 349103. If you wanted it as a one-time to try this, to see the difference that it makes for you, you can choose your chocolate or vanilla when placing your order. It's $490649. Also limited time offer. Also those easy pays, 4 easy pays of $24.99. Look, if you have children in your home that are not eating enough protein, enough vegetables, enough berries, this is a great way for you to incorporate this. The picky eaters.
Yes,
right?
yes.
If you have kids that are really involved and heavily involved in sports, going through those hormonal changes, the growth spurts that, oh my gosh, everything hurts me. Incorporating superfoods into your everyday lifestyle is going to make such an incredible difference. And can I say what I also noticed?
Sure.
It makes a difference to your skin.
Oh, definitely.
We didn't even talk about the skin.
Right.
But I know a lot of people, like, Lynn, but like, what didn't, you know, okay, yeah, I've got my makeup on, but the skin, because what you ingest also shows on the outside, right?
Exactly. Again, what you eat affects everything from your mood to your skin. Now we're showing you the Super Fuel.
Okay. I'm in love with this. Sorry, let me introduce it to you.
Yeah.
This is the Duo, $69.99, 349100. Brand new arrival, auto delivery available for you. They're 300 grams each. It's almost $100 value, $34.99. Okay, let's talk about upping your energy without the jitters, without a lot of caffeine, without the sodas and the sugars and those little shots that, you know, which ones I'm talking about, where people are like, ooh, like, you know.
And this is caffeine free. But let me tell you, I'm going to share a fun fact. I didn't start drinking caffeine till I had my 4th I was never a coffee drinker.
Until your 4th grandchild?
Until Elsie was born.
Wow.
Because, you know, I was just like, I see, you know, my friends, they're all like having their coffee and their energy, and I'm like, I need something. But again, so I have started drinking coffee in the morning. And by the way, the superfood goes in my coffee every single morning, so I know I'm getting my nutrients. But I want to sleep well, so I'm looking for some kind of energy boost later on in the afternoon. This is amazing. The Super Fuel, first of all, it tastes great. And second of all, what it does is it gives you that energy without the jitters, without the caffeine. But one amazing thing that I discovered is it's very much an appetite suppressor. So any of my clients now that are on a weight loss journey, I'm like, you have to try the Super Fuel. This was initially designed for athletes, and we have top athletes around the world using this exact fuel for energy. But if you're feeling sluggish, low energy, this is for you. And as often our causes of our low energy is low iron. You're getting that in the Super Fuel as well.
And if you're anemic, that's another reason why you would feel a little sluggish as well. One of the things, and I'm going to throw it out there, enhanced libido.
Yes.
So I will tell you, for the man and the ladies out there, and for anyone who's going through that menopausal stage, you know exactly certain changes that are happening to you. internally, externally, mentally, how you feel physically, how you're exhausted because your hormones are all over the place, you know, from the hot flashes to the night sweats. This is absolutely exceptional. And you talk about the weight loss. You know,
yes,
you and I started this journey with Dr. Janine Bowering last year. So, you know, 45 pounds, maintaining. It took me that time, but now it's really interesting because, you know, you kind of want to like go and snack a little bit more, and I'm like, oh, you know, should I, shouldn't I? But you talk about this being like really substantial, like it's great substance.
Right.
And then you're like, I really don't want to have that slice of pizza or whatever have you.
Right. And what I find with Boku is you never feel like you're making a sacrifice. Again,
I like that. Sacrifice.
Yeah, you know,
you have to trademark that one.
Right, sacrifice. It works great in what you're making. Now, with the Boku, I did put it in my waffles. So again, if you're gonna do something in the morning and you want something in your stomach and you want that extra fuel, that's the beautiful thing. That's a chocolate waffle. That's the beautiful thing about Boku is not only is there the fuel in there, not only is there chocolate protein in there, and the fiber. So you can get it all in one setting. It's super, like it's so user-friendly. And again, this also goes into my protein balls because again, usually
by the way, can I tell you, I'm gonna bring them right over here.
Right.
Like, I'm not a chocolate, I don't really have a sweet tooth, but these are fabulous. And there's not like they're overly sweet or anything like that, but you feel like you're cheating, but you're really not.
Right, like a chocolate truffle, truly.
Oh my gosh.
And again, your base is your Boku fuel, it's your Boku chocolate protein powder. I smashed some nuts into there with a peanut butter base. So you're getting a protein with every single thing that you pop into your mouth. And that's what helps to keep you satiated. That's what helps to keep your body strong. That's what helps to keep your bones strong. So, you know, if you are sort of sick and tired of feeling sick and tired, let's get some real food. I want to stress again, Boku, it's not a supplement. When you pick up the package, you will be able to read every single ingredient. And one of the ingredients is...
And recognize what they say.
You know,
what it is.
I always laugh when I see goji berry because I remember, I guess it was about close to 20 years ago, my daughter got extremely ill. So I was looking for anything to help get her better. And like the cost of a goji berry...
You and I were talking on the phone yesterday.
Right?
And Rosalie said something to me about, goji berry. I said, oh my gosh, Rosalie, I said, goji berries are so cost prohibitive.
Yes.
But you know what? Goji berries have so much health benefits to them. Oh, look, we're going to listen to Eliza right now. Get on the phone lines and we'll be right back.
So in the mornings, I make a Boku Super Fuel shake, and what I do is I make a nut milk. I put Boku Super Fuel in it and my protein powder. Now what that Boku Super Fuel does for me is it provides me with a boost of energy. So if I don't have the Boku Super Fuel in there, I don't feel the same when I'm doing my hardcore workout in the morning. I absolutely love it. It tastes great. It's creamy. It has a chocolatey feeling, and it goes really, really well with my smoothie. So I've never found anything else that gives me energy without depleting me later. The formula in the Boku Super Fuel, I've read it. I've read the list of ingredients. I know ingredients, and there's something about it that's very, very magical, and that is powerful and just gives me a boost, and I need the boost. So if you're getting up in the morning and you need to have some energy to go do whatever it is that you need to do, use the Boku Super Fuel for a high energy, high output day, which could not even include a workout. It could just include needing to work all day. It's perfect, and it's a great substitute for caffeine.
Well, I have to tell you, if you're just tuning in this morning, you really have come to the right place on this Friday morning. Rosalie Brown is joining us with a brand new, Boku Superfoods. We started off with the protein and the incredible superfoods, all about health and well-being. Now we are talking about something that is so important, and that is your super fuel. Not only does it give you that energy, but it also helps for those of you out there, and so many of you across Canada suffer with types of inflammation.
Right, and that's because of the matcha that we have in our food. And I just want to say, I've got my shaker bottle here. So, you know, it can be long days here at TSC. And again, caffeine-free fuel. You're not going to feel the jitters. You're gonna feel more focused. But yeah, as we age, we wake up, including myself, every morning a little stiff, a little sore, a little achy, and when we make choices that aren't the best for us, which includes a lot of the food choices we may be making, that include the grain and the breads and the rice and the pastas, it can create quite the inflammation. So if you find that you're having arthritis feeling in your fingers, your knees, your joints, the fuel can help you in that way as well, so that your body starts to feel good. And I just want you to take just a minute right now. How are you? How are you feeling? You know, do you have the energy it takes to do the activities that you love to do? We are all living longer. You know, now that I'm in my 60s, fitness and health has really been redefined for me. It's not all about, you know, now we're wearing, I'm always got a sunscreen shirt on. So does that six-pack really matter anymore, right? So, you know, you're covered up. But I want to be strong. You know what? I want to be able to pick up
your grandkids.
Right,
exactly.
Pick up those you know, do piggybacks on the weekend, jumping on the trampoline, being an active participant in this game of life. And more I look at, you know, we're all turning around those boxes, the ingredients, what's in there. With Boku, you can be rest assured it's all organic, no soy, no dairy, no fillers. This is pure food that has been ground into a fine powder. And again, we have top nutritionists at Boku putting our formulations together. And that's why I was very comfortable and confident to put my name on it, because let's face it, I've been here at TSC for many years.
Almost, what,
Almost 30 years.
30 years.
You know, and I do have a very popular YouTube channel where people follow my workouts and they ask, you know, how can I, whether it's regard to weight loss, whether it's regard to, they know I've had both my hips replaced, what makes you feel better. And by the way, I just want to stress, if there's anyone out there right now that's going through surgery or has an upcoming surgery or is recovering, what you put in your body can really help to make that recovery even faster. I'm going to share a story. I had a girlfriend that had to have open heart surgery, and she was a very fit girl.
Oh, my.
The surgery went successful, but what didn't go successful was the healing process, because she didn't have enough protein. And protein is the building block of the body.
Yes.
You know, so as we get older, we need to be proactive about pro-aging. We need to make those better choices. And why this was a very easy choice for me is because it's easy. I'm not a gourmet.
Yeah.
If you've looked at any of my recipes, it's usually 4 to 5 ingredients.
They are so fast. And, you know, and I really, you know how much I respect you. And we've worked together for many years. And Rosalie was very instrumental in my own personal journey, where I hit a wall. When you hit that wall and you have that breakdown, and believe me, I certainly did. I see, you know, the clarity is there, the energy is there. And when we're talking about, you know, and oh my gosh, I've become terrible. I read every single.
That's good. That's not terrible.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I read every single ingredient. This super fuel is really beneficial, because not only do you have powerful antioxidants here that actually boost your immune system. If you have, you know, your eyes, right?
Yes.
Maybe you're not seeing clearly. Eye health. Loaded with potassium for better eye health, for better bone health.
Right,
helps with inflammation.
Is so important for your bone health.
And how are you getting your potassium at home?
Right, and again, if you know someone that's suffering from, say, gout or bunions or anything that's due to bone related, you've got to get that potassium in your body. And again, this is concentrated food. And Boku confidently says that with any of their products, one serving has the nutritional value of what most people get in 3 to 4 days of eating. You know, so it's very concentrated. Again, none of our flavors are super sweet, because we want you to be able to add the sweetness. When I'm cooking, I'm always tasting. Nope. I don't need it. I
Exactly.
don't want you when I buy my yogurts, it's always plain. With my protein powders, the same thing. There's not a lot of added sweetness.
If I want to add sweetness, I have beautiful organic honey.
Right.
From a friend. Like, seriously, that's where I will get my sweetness from, is in a honey.
Right.
Okay, let's have a listen and we'll be right back.
I use so many Boku Superfood products. I use the Superfood, the Super Protein, the Super Fuel, and the Super Fibre. I use them frequently, not every day. I try to use them as much as possible. And the way I like to use them, I actually like to combine them together. The way Reno showed me was creating what they call the Boku trifecta. And so that's where I'll put an equal part of the protein, a scoop of the green powder, and a scoop of the fuel. And a lot of times it'll be like kind of my first, substantial meal of the day. I shake it up and then I drink it down. And what I really love about it is that it kind of gives me a very clean energy. And then I feel good. There's no other way to describe it. It just feels really like good, clean energy.
Okay, did you hear that? Clean energy.
You know what? When I have these foods, I never feel guilty. Or should I have another cookie? Should I have another protein ball? There's no guilt, because it's like, should I have another piece of cheesecake? Like these?
One of them has, and you know what? Just to show you that these were made fresh, I kid you not, I'm gonna eat it. A lot of times we're cooking here, we don't eat the food.
Yeah. No. Everything, that's all I did was spend my day yesterday. Oh, you squirted me with a little juicy blueberry. But if you crave, like whenever it's my birthday or holiday, my daughter knows, make me a cheesecake, and I'm always feeling guilty. This is guilt-free eating, guys. It's not a sacrifice when you start adding these amazing, again, not supplements, these are actual foods. If you are low on energy, if you're looking for something to suppress your appetite, the Super Fuel is where you go, again, with your maca, with your mushrooms. Did you know that mushrooms are the only food that give you vitamin D? And as you can tell from my skin color, I do love the sun.
You do not.
I love the sun. And, who knew mushrooms was another way to get your vitamin D? And there's mushrooms in there as well.
Look, do me a favor as well. If you go onto our TSC.ca website, type in the item number, which is 349100, go ahead and you can read every single ingredient that is in your Boku.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we're not hiding anything.
No, and here's the thing. We're talking about brain health. We're talking about organ health, bone health, just that the whole over energy and vitality. And it's very interesting when you add goodness to your food, your body thanks you in so many different ways. Now let's talk about Super Fibre.
Right.
465-861, $49.99. The problem is, as we all know, or maybe you at home don't have that issue, but we are not getting enough fiber in our food.
Right.
That we need to supplement that, because if you don't have your daily ritual, at least maybe I'm gonna call it 3 times a day, you are building up so many toxins in your body. What happens when you build the toxins? Everything else starts to feel sluggish, you don't feel well, you've got the bloating, you've got the back pain. There's so many underlying health issues with that. This is now your Super Fibre that you can include in any of the recipes, and then some. You can go on to Boku again for all maybe more inspiration.
Exactly. We do need to do it regularly. Yes. It is not healthy for us not to. And again, all of us have experienced this, where we have been uncomfortable, we have feeling bloated, and all you want to do is go. And this has, I believe there's 18 different types of high fiber foods, and I'm just gonna read them off. There's flaxseed, there's bran, there's inulin, there's pumpkin, there's apple peel, cranberry fiber, psyllium, flaxseed, ginger, licorice, blueberry, papaya, aloe, This is, I drink lemon water every day, and I throw a scoop of it in my lemon water. So
I have my lemon water every morning as
so
well.
again, I want to make this as easy as I can. Again, there are no fillers. This is a drug-free product. This is all food. It's like you're eating that apple. It's like you're having that ginger. It's like having that bran, that psyllium. And for those of you that have those issues, you're recognizing these ingredients, this terminology. But again, this is all natural. Again, not one single filler. And you're going to be surprised at how effective it is. And again, when you have that daily bowel movement, you feel so much better. You feel so much lighter. So if you're someone that struggles, and again, it doesn't have to be in a drink. I've brought these recipes and done because I incorporate them into what I make.
Look at that beautiful bread.
This bread is so, so good. So easy. There's no yeast. There's no waiting around to build it. It's dense. You have a slice or two, you're done. I use the Boku Super Fiber in that as well as the protein. Again, these mix and match so well. So it works really, really good in your breads. Of course, it's included in my my protein bars, and I also included it in my peanut butter cookies.
And this takes very little ingredients.
That's no bake, by the way.
Okay,
no
look
bake.
at that, no bake.
And by the way, there's dates in there, and while I was looking for the healthiest bar, because I'm always shocked when I walk by the aisle, and I can't believe a protein bar. They're like $4 or $5, $6.
I've seen some that are $8 because they have the nuts and everything in them. Read that label, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, sucrose, no. I'm like, okay, where is the real nutrition in this?
All the real foods are at the bottom because they start with what starts at the highest. But there's dates in there, and I was always nervous to use dates because they're so sweet.
Yeah, but dates are fantastic.
Yeah, super low glycemic index and incredible iron. So again, with Boku, because we are introducing it for you here today, I just want you to start by just adding it to what you regularly make. And if that's too challenging for you, you know, your backup is in a drink. That's super easy.
Or if you have your yogurt in the morning with your berries.
Or your oatmeal, bump up the fiber.
Exactly.
Your soups, your chilies, your pasta sauces. It's so simple to add 3 tablespoons into whatever you're making, whether it's meatballs, whether it's burgers, whether it's the sauce, whether it's the cheesecake. Again, super easy to add into your waffles to bump up that fiber. Matter of fact, these could be considered, here's my chocolate waffle, a high fiber cookie.
A high protein.
Yeah, and high protein. Again, you eat that if you want to put a dollop of peanut butter on that, or with extra berries. Feel free. Again, with your vegetables, you have your carrots. Add the fiber to your salad dressing.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? Add the fiber to your tomato paste. Add the fiber to your pesto. And you're getting it.
Or your hummus, for example.
Yes, for every single meal. Because these don't have super strong flavoring. I want to, because I know I have girlfriends that are big into their, and they're like, oh, the butterscotch is amazing. You know, that.
Yeah. You add your flavor. And here's a really interesting fact, because we are supposed to be getting 30 grams. 30 grams of fiber a day. Okay, that is what we should have. The average person doesn't even hit 20 grams of fiber a day. Go ahead, Google that. I did it first thing this morning because that's where we're having a lot of issues. And you know, when we say fiber, that doesn't mean you running to the bathroom and like, oh my gosh, you know, I got to make it home. I'm driving, like open the door.
Yeah.
None of this. This is, you know, very natural, done the way your body should be extracting toxins from your body. And this is a really beautiful, natural, high source of fiber to be able to do that.
Exactly. Again, it is very gentle on your system. Again, with the flaxseed, with the bran, with the inulin. Again, these are all ingredients that are super gentle on your body. You know, the apple peel fiber. This is what you want to do to add more fiber into your diet. The ginger, the licorice. The aloe. Aloe is very soothing on the abdominals. So again, if that's an issue with you, or personally, I I like to go at the same time every single day, and to make sure that happens to my body. Yes. You know, I make sure I get my fiber every single day.
And so should we. Okay, have a listen to our doctor here. We'll be right back.
First of all, fiber lowers our cholesterol. It helps lower our blood pressure, lower our triglycerides. Fiber is really, really important for our healthy bacteria. The brand of fiber that I like the best is Boku Superfiber. It is a fantastic combination of a variety of different fibers, all of which have a specific use to improve the effectiveness of fiber for your overall health.
And you know, here's another thing. If you are not, oops, sorry.
I'm just gonna steal your water. I'm gonna make you oatmeal because you have to taste my oatmeal.
If this is an issue that you are having, or you know what, you're like constantly that lower back pain, or you're having abdominal pain, right? That is all that constipation. Yes, I'm gonna say it. Because look, it is what it is. It's all about good health. Gut health is so important. If you are not releasing those toxins on a regular basis, that causes more harm and causes illnesses.
Yes, yes, you get sick. That needs to get out of your body. This oatmeal that I've just made up with the super fiber, Lynn, I would really, this is my oatmeal.
You know I'm gonna try it,
yeah,
absolutely.
And again, I call it my oat-free.
Oh my gosh.
Right? It's one of my favorite. It's so.
Did you just yelp?
Yeah.
Right?
It is.
Oh my God.
So this is my oat.
Okay, tell me what you have in here.
Oatmeal. I brought a jug of it.
Okay.
I'll send it home with Lynn. We got the super protein and vanilla.
Okay, that's your super protein that we started off with.
We've got the super fiber. I added chia, flax, and hemp hearts.
Oh my gosh.
And by the way, your protein powder does have hemp protein, pea protein, and dulse protein, which is a seaweed. So we have the best protein sources. Again, if you love dairy like I love dairy, but your body does, like I can still have it, but I have a tipping point.
I have a problem with it, yeah.
So I usually save my dairy things for the end of the day, just in case it's not going my way. But this no oat oatmeal with the super fiber, with the super protein,
this is delicious.
So good.
And by the way, have you noticed? I had one of your peanut butter cookies.
Yeah.
I've had a protein ball. I ate a cheesecake with the berries. I'm now eating this, and you know what though? It's all healthy goodness going into my body.
Right, and you're not gonna feel bloated with our super fiber. There's no bloating with the super fiber. Again, I like to take the super fiber because I want to just get it down, so I have it with my lemon water. I have it with lemon water, and I find that's great. When I'm cooking, I always take the opportunity. What Boku product can I add to my cooking? You know, I have it with my oatmeal. I put it in my peanut butter cookies. Actually, one of my grandchildren was having an issue with movement, and it's just so sad to see these little ones
these little
struggling.
guys. Yes.
Again, rest assured, Boku is food. Boku is food, and that's why I can say it's safe enough for the younger ones. All ages can benefit from more fiber in your diet. You're gonna feel better, you're gonna look better. It's extremely gentle on your body. So again, if you need to take, if it's not working for you, you know, take a second serving that day, that's okay. It is totally a drug-free way to help you eliminate.
Healthier, happier you. Do you remember that segment we used to have on Sundays here at TSC? This is all about a healthier, happier you. All right, now, I want to actually reintroduce you to something in just a moment. Okay, let's go to it now. There it is. It is your Boku Superfood and Super Protein Duo. You have your option of vanilla, 349103, or your chocolate, 349106. You have your Super Protein and the Superfood. And you know what? I want to go back and introduce this lovely lady with all the grandchildren, looking after her father, looking after the entire family, and she does it with Boku. Have a look.
Hi, I'm Irma Brizuela, and I'm here to talk about Boku Essentials and what it's done for me.
I've raised 6 children and now get to enjoy 14 grandchildren. and I'm giving a little extra TLC to Grandpa.
He will be 94 on March 26th. The most important thing for me is to take care of him, to see that he is eating right, because at that age, they don't want to eat.
I'd prepare the meals, but sometimes he would have a hard time chewing, or he wouldn't have the appetite, and his stomach was easily upset. He didn't want to take any more pills. But thank goodness I found the new Boku Essentials.
I introduced him to this product, and he started to take it. It's healthy, organic, no GMOs, and that it's something that he enjoys, because if it's not good, he will not eat it. So to see him being able to eat and feel better, this is really exciting for me.
Now Grandpa is healthy and strong.
If I didn't mention it before, I love Boku too. I need that energy. I need to exercise. I need to eat right. If I can't take care of myself, I can't take care of the ones that I love. When I'm out with my grandchildren, I know I could pull out that shaker and mix up a drink, and my grandchildren and I could enjoy it. It's better than some kind of a sugary drink or pulling over to a fast food.
From Grandpa to the grandchild, Boku is great for the whole family because it tastes so good.
Healthier, happier you. Absolutely, total wellness and healthy. That's what we want. Rosalie, take us through again all the important factors of Boku here.
Again, it's real food, real ingredients, real organic ingredients, just done into a finely powder. They have a top nutritionist making these formulations. It all started off with the superfood. A mom wanting to help her son. She did not want him to get on drugs for his ADD, and she just found the better he ate, the family went along with the plan, the better they feel, and I have to share this with the world. So I wanted to make it simple. I am all about simple. I am, I want to be involved with everything in my grandkids' life. I'm doing a trainer, I'm busy. The simplest way is, if you want to have it in a drink, which I have my fuel in a drink. I find that's great throughout the day, but I like getting real food, and that's why Boku appealed to me. I am putting real food. It's like another food ingredient. I'm addicted to making my waffles. Again, this is my sandwich. In my sandwich, I have protein. So this is my base. I just fold it in half. Whether I put tuna salad, chicken salad in there, some ham, some turkey.
Or just your veggies.
Right. This is going to give you over 50 grams of protein in one meal. So if you're someone that's worried about getting enough protein, that's the way to go. If you want to make your own bread, again, it's simple. There's no yeast, there's no waiting, there's no rising. Add it to your salad dressings, your pasta sauce, your burger, your meat. So many great ways to bake with it, whether it's cookies, muffins. You've got to try my cheesecake recipe and let me know.
All right, more recipes on Boku as well. And, of course, on Rosalie. Rosalie, thank you so much.
So
Love you to pieces. Healthier, happier you. Don't go anywhere. More shopping coming up next.